Hey guys, so I'm doing a video today with a bunch of books that I've been reading. So let me tell you real quick. I just graduated from college and basically I've just been reading and applying for jobs lately to spend my time. Also I've been working out because that's something I like to do. Right now I'm pretty much focused on just finding a job. It's currently what I'm focused on, but I thought I'd make this video and share what I've been reading with you guys and kind of go through quickly on why I've been reading them. I'll also give you some of my opinions on them. So I'll start with the ones that don't take up too much time. Making Money in the Fitness Business by Plummer. I read this mostly because I wanted to start a gym, like my own gym business. And I think this is insightful into how to go about doing so, and also what type of things need to be done if I want to go through with it and start a gym. Now, after this, I'm kind of a little discouraged on actually starting a gym someday for two reasons. One, the amount of capital required to start a gym is huge, like a really big gym, not a small tiny gym, because the more volume you have in a gym, the more likely you are to make more money and have more profit centers, so more things you can make money off of. Like in a gym, they'd sell you supplements or they'd sell you personal training sessions and what have you, and the more members you have, the bigger base you have to sell those things to. And that's something that's covered in here. So for me, it might not be a good idea because I don't want to own the typical type of gym, which is, think of 24-hour fitness or Bally Total Fitness, LA Fitness, those type of gyms. I don't want anything to do with those as a business. They do make a lot of money. They are a good investment if you're in certain areas, but they're not for me. I want more of a hardcore type of gym. The only thing I can think of is West Side Barbell, and that's like a powerlifting gym. You guys can check that out if you want, but I'm assuming most of my audience or you guys watching isn't somebody who does powerlifting, so yeah. But those are typically smaller gyms. There's not as much people that go to those gyms, so they're not as profitable. Now, you can charge a higher price for those, but that's a whole different topic. Anyways, yeah, I may reconsider building a gym. It might be better just to invest my money in something else when I do have the money for that. And I may just end up doing some sort of home gym if I have the space for it and can afford it. Otherwise, I'll just stick with going to a regular gym. And then the other book is Personal Trainer for Dummies. So again, kind of goes with the fitness book, and it also goes with this NASM Essentials of Fitness, Personal Fitness Training. NASM is National Academy of Sports Medicine. It's basically get accredited for personal training, and that's something I wanted to do, certification, kind of see how that's like, because it's better than minimum wage and you learn a lot of skills. And right now, basically having only the ability to be an employee and not really have any capital to invest or anything else to offer to you guys or to people in general to make money off of, I have to be an employee. So the main important thing for me to do right now is build my employable skills. And personal training, really, you learn a lot of skills. You learn how to deal with people, you learn how to plan, how to sell, a whole bunch of different things. So that's one reason I'd want to go into personal training, is just build business skills. Because I don't know if I've mentioned it, but I am a business major. I went to college for business. Probably not the smartest idea, because I could have just easily learned everything business-wise by joining some sort of association and reading books, watching videos. all those type of things. Anyhow, went to college, got the experience, and if I didn't go to college, I wouldn't have the ideas I have today. I'd probably be a whole different person. So yeah, that happened, and I guess it's good for me. So anyways, the personal trainer for dummies, Melyssa St. Mitchell, I think that's the author, and Linda Formichelli, I don't know how to pronounce that name. But anyways, this takes you through the basics of how it's like to be, not how it's like to be a personal trainer, but the business side of being a personal trainer, like what things you need to consider as a personal trainer. Because when you're a personal trainer, you're technically a small business according to this book. And you do have choices. You can be an employee for big chains like the ones I mentioned earlier, 24 Hour, Bally Total, LA Fitness, those type of gyms. Or you can be an independent contractor. Just basically think of like hairdressers, where they rent the chair in a salon and they're not employed by the salon, but they do work there and they pay a rent every month or every haircut, or it depends how they work out the deal with the owner. But the same thing goes with personal trainer. You basically rent out the ability to be able to train there. And you either pay per session, so every session, every time you train somebody, you pay the gym $10, or every month you pay them $300, and you can train there. The rates vary, but that's just an example. And I still would like to become a personal trainer in some way. I'd have to find the way that doesn't consume all of my time and still allows me to earn enough income to get by, because personal training is consuming, especially if you're going to do it home-based. And that's what I wanted to do, is kind of go home to home. You do get to charge higher rates, but then also you got to take into account that you do have a lot more expenses when you're driving from home to home. It consumes a lot of time. And that lost time is lost clients. So that's something to consider when you're doing that. But overall, decent book, I guess, for somebody like me. The next book I read was 4 Hour Workweek. Now, this one is by Timothy Ferriss, and this is a decently insightful book. I'm going to turn on the lights real quick because it's getting dark. Yeah, now you can see better. So, 4 Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferriss. This is a pretty interesting book. Gave me a lot of different ideas on well, not ideas, but resources that I can use, like different websites that I could go and visit for certain things, like outsourcing or automation. Like, say I want to sell something online. It gave me a decent website where I could go and set something up where people can buy my stuff, and that website hosts, it takes care of the transactions, but you do have to pay some fees and whatever. Of course, for any service you get, you're gonna have to pay for it. But overall, I think the book is useful if you're somebody who creates some sort of content, like if you're a blogger, or if you write books, or do something, make music, whatever. If you have something that you think is worth selling, this will kind of give you some idea of how to go about doing anything to do that and make it more productive, so that you don't have to basically spend all your time selling. And this kind of goes into my last video about residual income. So basically, you take the time, like this guy did, took the time, wrote this book, and now people buy this book, and basically he has to pay certain things to make sure that the expenses are covered, like all the paper that's used, marketing the book, whatever little expenses that go into getting this from the manufacturer into my hands or your hands or whatever. But anyway, it's like he's making money off of this book for the rest of his life, and that's pretty much one of the main ideas you can take away from this book is produce something and make sure you have a way that you can get income from it for the rest of your life, or at least for a while. Make it worth the time you invested. So, you know, if it took you 2 years to write a book, but that book sells for 8 years, then you're going to be making money for 8 years off of that book. And, you know, let's assume you're making at least $1 every year and you're not losing any money, best case scenario, then, you know, it is worth your investment, because, you know, that dollar is $1 that you earned. And yeah, what can be better than earning money when you don't have to work for it anymore? Although up front, yeah, there's always costs, but decent book. And then we go into Don't Worry, Make Money by Richard Carlson. This book's alright. It's more like a motivational type of thing, so I didn't get too much value out of it, but if you guys need some motivational, I guess spiritual type of book, this could be good for you. I'd definitely take a look at it. It's pretty short too, maybe about 200 pages, and it's actually a quick read. I got through it in like 3 days, but I was reading maybe only a few pages a day. I don't read all day. I read for like about an hour when I can. And then Freedom Through Frugality. This is a decent book. I think I'll make a video about frugality instead of just talking about it here, but basically I want to minimize some costs in my life, and I read this book to maybe give me some ideas on what I can do. I can say overall it doesn't give too many ideas for me, because I already know some of them, but you know, if you have no idea how to spend less money on certain things, then go read this book. Basically, it talks about spending less by choosing different options. So, for example, you don't need the newest thing that just hit the market. You could buy an alternative, or you can just not buy it at all. That's one of the concepts in the book, and it gives you pretty good ideas. So, you know, check it out if you want to be frugal or something. There's also other books that you can check out on all these subjects. These are just ones that I happen to find on Amazon or in my library, and I checked them out and read them. So this is another one, Multiple Streams of Income. And this one just talks about the importance of having income coming in from different things, residual income, as opposed to linear income. Although he says that both of them are important to have. Linear income, because it's like guaranteed to come in. So think about this. You have a multi-level marketing, and then you have a job. Your job gives you steady income that you can more or less rely on with certainty that you're going to get. Multi-level marketing doesn't. That's why most people get discouraged with starting out on that, and it's like, it's not guaranteed. That's the problem with residual income, is it's not guaranteed. You know, like, you know, he made this book. What if it doesn't sell? He's not going to make any money off of that. All the time he invested into doing this was wasted. And basically it just gives you an idea of different things that you can invent or produce and sell to people, and hopefully make money off of that. Multi-level marketing's a way, making music's a way, writing a book is a way. Nowadays, you know, making YouTube videos like I am, that's a way. Blogging is a way, if you can do advertisements or affiliate programs or what have you. There's always a way to make money. It's just you have to figure out how to go about doing that. Even like, I'll give you a simple idea. Even like recycling. So if you drink soda, those soda cans are worth like 2-3 cents. Okay, they may not be worth a lot of money, but you know, if you have the storage space to store up those soda cans, and your family drinks a lot of soda or bottled water or what have you, over the course of a year, you'll probably end up getting $20 worth of recyclable soda or cans or whatever. And I mean, it may not seem like it's worth the effort to you, but that's $20. You know, that's $20 extra that you didn't have, and you didn't have to you know, you didn't have to ask for a raise or anything to get those extra $20 or whatever. But yeah, you know, it just gives you an idea of different things. So overall, you know, I just spend my time reading when I have the chance to, and I like reading different types of things. Right now, money's been on my mind lately because that's, you know, graduated from college, have a whole bunch of loans, got to figure out how to start making some money and basically contribute to society. And if I have something to offer, then I'll get money in my pockets. If not, I'll be starving. But yeah, just wanted to let you guys know what I've been up to. Basically just reading and applying for jobs. And that's why I haven't really produced any videos yet, but you know, I'll make some more and you guys can be on the lookout for that. I don't know how often I'll be producing videos though, so yeah, just, I mean, you could subscribe and get a video when it does come out. But thanks for watching, guys.